Let's go back 108 days to the 20th of June 2025, where Bradford City announced the signing of Barnsley FC forward Stephen Humphrys on a 2-year deal. At the time, this addition for Graham Alexander's side was seen as a real statement signing, being a newly promoted side into England's third tier. To be able to recruit a key asset away from a side who had ambitions of promotion showed that Bradford City were not coming into League One to just make up the numbers. But fast forward to the present day, and recently there has been a lot of frustration towards Humphrys' performances, despite the Bantams currently sitting second in League One after 11 matches. In today's video, I will discuss the positives and negatives regarding our number 11 start to the campaign, and you have to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on how you believe Bradford City get the best out of Stephen Humphrys. It always seems to be the case with Bradford City that whenever we sign a statement player, they never end up performing for Bradford City. It's been a running theme for a number of years. It's going on probably decades now that on paper Stephen Humphrys was probably our best signing from the summer just gone by, despite us actually doing a lot of very good at transfer business. I had Bradford City down as the team with the best transfer window in League One from the window just gone by. But Stephen Humphrys so far this campaign, 1 goal and 1 assist for him in 8 appearances. Did we expect more from a player who's now 28 years of age, coming into his prime? But that position enigma, it's come back again, hasn't it? We saw at the back end of last season where Humphrys scored 5 goals in his last 5 appearances for the Tykes, where he ended the season very positively. We all thought that he was coming in to compete with Bobby Poynton as that left attacking midfielder, but as pre-season went on, Humphrys only played as a striker in pre-season. We've since had confirmation, I think it was after the Luton game where he scored his first and only Bradford City goal so far, that he said he only sees himself as a striker. Graham Alexander was very adamant Humphrys will only play as a striker, and Humphrys doesn't mind playing off the left, and if he is going to play down the middle, he doesn't want to be a traditional sort of number 9, he wants to be a floater. But given the way that Bradford City have played so far this season, I think he now finds himself as third choice striker, and if Alexander's not going to play him as a winger, this is now causing problems for, again, somebody who's probably our highest earner. But has Stephen Humphrys' start to life at Bradford City actually been that bad, or have some of his other competitors for his position just absolutely excelled? Let's discuss that point next. In Stephen Humphrys' first 4 starts for Bradford City, he got 1 goal and 1 assist. The goal at home to Luton and the assist away at Stockport after blanking in his first 2 matches for the football club. After that, he was in and out of the side, on the bench for a bit, get the odd start here or there, but he actually hasn't played that much football over the last month or so. He obviously started in the EFL Trophy against Grimsby, was a sub against Doncaster, was an unused sub against Cardiff, started against Newcastle, an unused sub against Blackpool, and was a sub against Rotherham. So recently, he actually hasn't played that much football, and again, getting starts against Newcastle, for example, what are we really expecting from him in a game like that? Effort, and that's certainly what we didn't see in that game from Stephen Humphrys, and I think that is the biggest problem from Bradford City fans towards our number 11 so far this campaign. It's all well and good having this quality and ability, which we have only seen in glimpses and flashes. I thought it was good on the opening day against Wickham, but apart from that, it has been in very short bursts. He has been unlucky at times, where he's at the woodwork, he's at the post a few times, at the crossbar as well, but recently we've just not seen enough effort and energy from Stephen Humphrys. It's all well and good lacking the ability, which a few players in our squad do, but they always give 110%, they always give it everything for the badge, and I'm not quite sure we can say that about Stephen Humphrys. Comparing Humphrys then to Will Swan, for example, who came in from Crawley in the summer transfer window. He was one of a few players that we actually paid a undisclosed fee for. He's now 24 years of age, and I've been ranting and raving about this man for a number of years, so I was delighted when Bradford City did bring him in through the door. But he has absolutely excelled so far this campaign. I know in the most recent match against Rotherham he missed 2 very big chances and should have done better in that game, but apart from that, he has had an absolutely exceptional start to the season. Scored a couple of goals in the Carabao Cup. I think he's got 4 goals and 2 assists in the league to go along with his 2 goals in the Carabao Cup as well. So you're looking at probably 6 goals and 3 assists in all competitions so far for Will Swan. If a striker ended the season on 6 goals and 3 assists for Bradford City 5 seasons ago, you'd think he'd probably win Player of the Year. But that goes to show the standards and the levels that Bradford City have achieved over the last couple of seasons. But even Andy Cook, who missed about 250 days returning from an ACL injury, on his first game back, he gets a brace. Scored against his boyhood club Newcastle, assisted against Rotherham. It's already 3 goals and 1 assist for Andy Cook. And again, he actually hasn't played that much football recently because he's just returned from an ACL. And it's not all about goal contributions, it's about endeavour and effort. And Andy Cook, for what he's done for Bradford City, the legend status that he has acquired by all the fans by now, you could maybe forgive Andy Cook or understand why if things don't go his way at times, he gets a little bit frustrated, but he doesn't. He's humble enough to work hard for the rest of the team, and his persistence and hard work got us our equaliser against Rotherham on Thursday. And if that's Stephen Humphrys in that position, I just don't quite think we see it. I don't think he is a striker. He's certainly not a Graham Alexander type of striker. Yes, the way that Andy Cook is built physically, he can hold the ball up, but Will Swan's not, the most physically well built, but he always gives it his all. He always works hard. He presses very well. And I think between Cook and Swan, we've got two very good strikers there. Stephen Humphrys, I do believe he's going to be more effective for Bradford City as that left attacking midfielder rather than a striker. So something has to give here, because Humphrys, for me, now that Cook's back available, Swan's had a great start to the season, because he's third choice, how do you fit him into this side? Because you can't have him not even on the bench. If you're going to play with one striker, then obviously one of Cook or Swan is going to start. The other one then has to be on the bench. Humphrys also has to be on the bench because of the money that we're probably paying him. So we've almost shot ourselves in the foot a little bit by Graham Alexander saying he's only going to play Stephen Humphrys as a striker. Now, is there a world where Bradford City could play two up front? Absolutely. We've seen it a number of times this season where we've played, instead of the two attacking midfielders and the one striker, we've played with a striker and an attacking midfielder. And again, I think that could work for us, but that also then means that you're going to have to drop one of your Bobby Pointons or your Anthony Sarcevics, and you've got 6 or 7 players who can play as an attacking midfielder. That means a number of them are then going to miss out on the matchday squad. Now, we're second in the table, so this Stephen Humphrys situation isn't the end of the world, but I think it's actually not that big of a deal. Recently, he's not actually played that much football, but in the minutes that he is getting, he needs to start showing more. He needs to stop doing that thing where he completely stops and almost just waits to be tackled. He's trying to take players on, but he waits far too long for that. He's clearly very low on confidence. He needs a goal, but once Stephen Humphrys gets going, I really do believe he'll become a fan favourite at Bradford City, but it's about that when he does get going. It needs to come sooner rather than later, and even if the goals or the assists don't come, we need to see that hard work. Put yourself about, challenge for more headers. We saw it on Thursday that he's trying to do that a little bit more. It might just take a bit of patience because he's not been used to that for a number of years, but Alex Patterson, before he got his goal, had a great opportunity. That came from Stephen Humphrys challenging for the ball and winning a header. Physically, Humphrys is very well built. He can hold the ball up, but it's about whether he's willing to do that for the better of the team. I do believe there is a very, very good League One player in Stephen Humphrys, but we need to see a bit more from him. Maybe he needs a run in the team, but you've got to earn that run in the team as well. At times, he has been a little bit unlucky. The Grimsby goalkeeper, for example, in the FL Trophy, made a number of very good saves in that game. He has hit the woodwork on a couple of occasions. The goals will come if you work hard for them. Andy Cook works hard. Will Swan works hard. Stephen Humphrys, I can't quite yet say I've seen that from him, but let me know your thoughts down below. How do you think Bradford City get the best out of Stephen Humphrys? If you found this video valuable, make sure to like and subscribe as well. 250 likes would be massively appreciated, and let's hope Stephen Humphrys gets a hat-trick against Everton on Tuesday.